Chapter 43. Yours bigger than ours. Alex thought the discussion was over, but it wasn't. He had barely taken a few steps inside his tent when he heard footsteps behind him. Not one, not two, many. He didn't turn immediately, but he already knew. They followed him. Two-head dragon, Kira, Nightmare, Aegis, Snowflake, Gray Wolf, Silva, White Whale. All of them entered, without asking, without hesitation. The tent was large, larger than any of theirs. Yet somehow, it didn't feel empty anymore. At first, the conversation was scattered. Kira walked around casually, looking at everything. So this is what rank 1 gets? Snowflake ran her fingers lightly across a wooden pillar. Bigger space, better structure. Two-head dragon sat down heavily. Not bad. Gray Wolf leaned against the wall, arms crossed. Practical. White Whale remained standing for a moment, observing Alex instead of the tent. Meanwhile, Aegis quietly took a seat. Nightmare stayed near the edge, silent as always. Silva stood with her arms folded, watching. They talked about the arena, about the rankings, about random things. But Alex said nothing. He stood there, arms crossed, a clear frown on his face. Listening, but not joining. White Whale noticed first. She stepped closer, her voice calm, but direct. White Wolf. Alex looked at her. White Whale continued. Why do you look so disgusted? That caught everyone's attention. Alex glanced around the tent, at each of them. Why are you all still here? Silence. Then, Kira answered instantly. Because your tent is bigger than ours. She dropped herself onto the floor casually, stretching her arms. And we don't want to sleep this early. Snowflake added quietly. And this is the only place where all of us can sit comfortably. Gray Wolf smirked slightly, and no one asked us to leave. Kira looked at Alex again and said, and I think we're becoming friends. She shrugged. So where exactly are we supposed to go? No one argued. No one disagreed. Alex didn't reply, but something inside him shifted. His mind drifted back to a different world, to a small room, to people who walked in without permission, sat anywhere they wanted, spoke loudly, stayed longer than they should. Even when he told them to leave, they didn't. They laughed, ignored him, stayed anyway. A faint whisper escaped him. So this is friendship. The tent went quiet. Even if the world changes, Alex murmured, this doesn't. Aegis, sitting closest, heard him clearly. Aegis spoke calmly. Yes. Everyone looked at him. That is what friendship is. He continued. It doesn't ask. It doesn't wait. It doesn't consider consequences. He looked at Alex directly. It simply happens. Silence followed. Alex looked around again. This time, his expression softened. The frown disappeared. He let out a small breath. Then stay. That was enough. Kira smiled. Two-head dragon leaned back more comfortably. Snowflake sat properly. Gray Wolf relaxed. And just like that, the space changed. They formed a loose circle. And for the first time, Alex sat with them. Not above, not apart. Among them, the conversation deepened. Two-head dragon leaned forward. So, what happens if we fight each other? The question cut through the air. Silva immediately looked at him. Kira stopped moving. Snowflake's eyes narrowed slightly. Gray Wolf stayed still. Alex looked at him. Two-head dragon continued. We're sitting here like this. But in the arena, we won't be. Silence. Isn't that a problem? No one answered. Then, Alex laughed lightly. No. Everyone looked at him. Alex spoke calmly. We make one promise. If we face each other, we don't hold back. Snowflake tilted her head slightly. Go all out, she asked. Alex nodded. Yes. A pause. Then, he added, but we don't kill each other. The air changed. That's the line. Two-head dragon stared at him, then slowly nodded. Yeah, that works. Gray Wolf added. That's fair. Kira smuggled. I like that. Even Nightmare slightly lifted her head. Agreement spread. Then, the tent entrance moved. Salira stepped inside. Instant reaction. Everyone stood up, except Alex. Before he could process, Kira kicked his leg. Stand up. Snowflake hit his shoulder. She's royalty. Alex frowned, but stood up. Salira raised her hand calmly. No need for formality. Her voice was steady, controlled. She walked forward, sat beside Alex. Everyone slowly sat again. Salira looked at all of them. So, you form a bond. Her tone remained neutral. But it will become a problem. The air tightened instantly. Salira continued. White Wolf, you must win this tournament. She turned slightly. Two-Head Dragon, your mother is imprisoned by your own father. If you lose, you may never see her again. Two-Head Dragon's fist tightened slightly. Salira continued. White Whale, if you fail, your position as clan leader ends. You will be forced into marriage. White Whale's expression didn't change, but her eyes did. Ka. You killed your master's son. If you don't gain protection, you will be hunted. Kira looked away. Aegis, Grey Wolf, you are both accused of killing your own party. You are already marked. Neither reacted. Nightmare, you lose control. How certain are you that you won't harm them? Nightmare lowered her gaze. Silva, Snowflake, you are runaway princesses. If you don't win, you lose everything. Silence. Heavy, unavoidable. Salira looked at all of them. With all of this, can you still keep your promise? Not to kill each other? No one spoke. Not a single word. Then, Alex spoke. I guess. Everyone looked at him. That's exactly what friendship is. No matter the consequences, no matter the burden, it still stands. One by one, they nodded. Nightmare whispered, I will control myself. I won't hurt my friends. That broke the tension. Kira left. Good, because I'm not dying like that. Everyone smiled slightly. Salira stood. Good. You understand. She turned. Whitewell quickly asked, Lady Salira, what about the knockout battles? Salira didn't turn. I do not interfere. And she left. Alex said calmly, she never explains anything. Don't expect it. Moments latte. A man entered, holding a scroll. He looked around. Good. All of you are here. I won't have to search. He handed the scroll to Alex, then left. Everyone moved closer. Alex opened it and read, Knockout Battle, Stage 1. 1. The Great King versus Congar. 2. White Whale versus Snowflake. 3. Leonardo versus Clan Lord. 4. Kira versus Vex. 5. Aegis versus Wildfire. 6. Nightmare versus Twin Blade. 7. Silva versus White Wolf. 8. Grey Wolf versus Two-Head Dragon. Silence. This time, heavier than before. White Whale slowly turned to Snowflake. Snowflake met her gaze. No words, just understanding. Silva lowered her eyes. Grey Wolf looked at Two-Head Dragon. Neither smiled. Neither spoke. Then, Kira broke it. Why am I fighting that freak? She grabbed her head. Poison great. I'm dead. The tension cracked. Laughter spread. Even Alex smiled slightly. But inside, his thoughts were clear. Everyone already had a reason to fight. Now, they had one more. Friendship. Friendship has been formed. But in the next battle, they will face each other. Will they keep their promise or break it? Watch the next chapter. Subscribe and follow The Broken Realm.